We are back on Morning Line. Our guest is Reverend Glenn Cranfield. He's the president and CEO of the Nashville Rescue Mission. It's a busy, busy time of year for them, but it's busy year-round for you.
It is busy year-round. This is so exciting, though. Particularly this week is really exciting time for us. And we have the Turkey Fry that's happening today.
Yep.
And so we'll be frying 600 turkeys out of the parking lot. Tracy Lawrence and folks and volunteers from all over Middle Tennessee coming together and frying 600 turkeys that we'll be serving starting tomorrow throughout the entire weekend.
Is that all set up outside the parking lot there?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, even if you just go by there to check it out. I've been out there doing it. It smells so good. And they're pulling these birds out, and that's what's going to be put together. Also, in the back sometimes, now you have donations of food that come in, and among other things, sometimes you get country hams. And I remember one year, this was years ago, you have a big, big pot of beans, and I just remember one of those chefs who knows what he's doing comes up, and he just took that country ham and just put it in the whole pot, and it was going to cook all night.
That's right, that's right.
And, oh, it tastes so good.
It is really good. It's just a phenomenal week, and so, you know, this is where we see one of the things exciting for us, of course, all the energy and excitement. This is where we see Middle Tennessee for who they really are. They come together, they volunteer, they're loving on the homeless, they're giving their turkeys, they're doing everything they can to communicate to them, you matter, we care.
Is this also a good fundraising time because it's in the news and it gets the attention that it doesn't get all the rest of the year? Like, for instance, for me,
that's right.
I always, when I come, I mean, I try to make donations this time of year that I hope, you know, we'll serve for the rest of the year as well.
Sure.
I don't know, but you guys are always taking donations year-round.
Yes.
Not just cash, but also foodstuffs constantly.
Food stuff, coats, sweaters.
What about volunteers? How do they go about? I mean, aside from just special occasions like this.
We have an incredible volunteer force, and so to go to the website at NashvilleRescueMission.org and click on the volunteer tab there, and there is just a plethora of information on how you can be involved, how to get involved, different things you can do, and just encourage people to do that. It's just so rewarding to be able to help. We have volunteers, we have volunteer staff members, we have people that are working 30 and 40 hours a week as volunteers, and so it's just incredible. We couldn't do it without them.
And I have no doubt, you may not think you have something, I guarantee you do. We're not just talking about cooking or anything. You need folks to maybe help someone with a resume or
mentoring,
to mentor them and things like this. Teach a class. I mean, I guarantee you have a skill that they could use.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's go next to Paul, I believe. Paul, good morning. Hi, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Nick. How you doing, brother?
Good. Good to hear from you, sir.
Hey, good morning to the good Reverend there. Nick, in this time of year of giving thanks, I'd like to say that I am certainly thankful for the Nashville Rescue Mission. Nick, this is one of the great institutions of our city, Nashville, one of the great icons. Nick, they do so much good work throughout for the homeless people and needy people of Nashville. Look, Nick, we done got to a mindset in society now where a lot of times if somebody's doing something good for somebody on the front end, there's always they want something on the back end from them. There's always, that's not the case with the Nashville Rescue Mission and the people that work there. They just want to help people, Nick. And it don't matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from or what you believe or don't believe. They're there to help you, Nick. I am so grateful for them people. They are the best people that you'll ever meet in your life. And last thing I want to say about being thankful, Nick, I don't think enough of us viewers call to tell you this, Nick. Nick, we're thankful for you, brother.
Oh, that's okay.
We're thankful for you. You are the example, true example of professionalism, courtesy, and kindness. You take our phone calls on subjects all year round, Nick, and put up with us going back and forth, and you have to segue and talk about it, Nick. We are so thankful for you for what you are and the person you are, and thank y'all, and I hope all y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was so nice.
Well, that's nice. I know it's my job, and I'm thankful that I have wonderful viewers and a job like this where I get to interact. But he's right. Any city worth its salt, and you talk about a lot of metropolitan cities have a number of different organizations. But I mean, if you're going to be a city and you want to be so proud of something in the city, and we have, you know, Country Music Hall of Fame, and we have the Ryman, and all those things are wonderful things worth being proud of, and the growth. To me, one of the shining stars is the mission because of what it represents. If we didn't have a mission, and again, there are other organizations as well that you've mentioned that help. this city's not worth its salt.
That's right.
I don't care. If you don't have something to help those in need along those lines, it's not worth. To me, it's a far lesser city.
That's right. And when I go around the country, and I'm on the board of rescue missions, there's 300 across the United States, and I just started using this phrase, about talking to them about their city, but I let them know, I want you to know this: Nashville cares. Nashville cares about the hurting. Nashville cares about the homeless, and you see that all the time, and we experience that all the time. Our budget is $11 million. We don't receive any government funds. All of that comes from people that care, people that want to make a difference, people that want to help people that are less fortunate. We live in a tremendous city. We live in a phenomenal part of the state in Middle Tennessee of people that really care for the hurting.
Yep, and I agree with you. Couldn't agree more. Let's go next to Jewel. Good morning, Jewel. Hi, Jewel.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving.
And you too, and thank you for having the Reverend on. I don't know how long he's been affiliated with the mission. I come here in October of '83, and the mission was up on 8th Avenue then. So God continued to bless all of y'all who participate and got the Sears building and helping so many deserving and maybe some undeserving, I don't know, peoples up there. I only spent one night in the mission up there in on 8th Avenue, and I was back one night, and it come a real bad storm, but everything was all filled up. There wasn't no beds or room on the floor in the church or in the church pews. But back then they had a basement. They called that the hole. And you wouldn't want to sleep down there because it wasn't none too pleasant. And not that the people at the mission weren't trying to be a help all the way around. I'm not taking nothing away from them. But I took out and ended up underneath the Woodland Street Bridge on a landing. I found me a cardboard box, and I stayed in there and played on the streets. At the time, for $1.25 at the Salvation Army or Sally, you could get a hot shower, a bed, and all you can eat. But for 75 cents, at least you got a meal. But I stayed up underneath the Woodland Street Bridge on that landing, and then when they built one Nashville place, I got me a regular job there from the basement plumb to the top where they put a Christmas tree on top of the high-rises. And so I understand what it's like to be out there. I've done good for myself, picking in and grinning along the way, and I have much to be thankful for. So I just want to say once again, God bless you, Reverend, and all them out there, and Tracy Lawrence. I met Tracy when I played at Tootsie's years ago. So he's a fine lad. He's doing a good job. And I just want to give a shout out and say happy holidays to y'all. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Thank you. Jewel is truly a gem. That man can tell stories, and he's lived on the street. He's a talented musician. He's an animal lover, and he's been through it. And so there's someone who can appreciate. There's no hole at the new mission, is there?
No, and that's one of the exciting things is when they move to the Sears building, like I said before, we don't turn anyone away. There's not a hole, and it's a place where we put mats down on the floor in the huge chapel when we have overflow, what we call overflow. Just no one has to be turned away in the cold or in the rainy weather or snow or ice. We're there to help you.
Let's take a break on that note. We'll come back with a few more phone calls, wrap it up in our final segment with the good Reverend here right after this. Stay with us.